Well, hello everybody. It's Ronnie with Whip and Chain. I work with Maggie and Lauren to bring you crochet tutorials. And today we have a beautiful one. This is called Wiggle Crochet. It's been around for quite a while, but not too many people have done a whole lot with it because I don't think they understand it. And so that's what I'm here for today. This is like a hot pad. You would put it on your table when you fill your dishes of freshly made food that's all warm. You can put the dish right on top of this, and it's nice and thick because the stitches stand up. And it's beautiful. So I did just a scalloped edging around it, and you do have to make your base netting to be able to do this. I'm going to show you how to do all that. But a couple things. You have to, if you're going to use it for kitchen purposes, cooking purposes, that kind of thing, you do need to use 100% cotton yarn. Now, if you want to make one of these as like a doily on a table and you just put something like a flower or something on it, I guess you could use acrylic. But I've always made these in cotton. And it definitely has a back, but the back is far from ugly. It's just not. It's not ugly at all, but it definitely has a front and a back. And I just used, this is a great scrap buster. If you have all different like little balls of yarn, cotton yarn left over from other projects, here it is. This is Win. But you can also do this elegant. You can make it in all whites or maybe like a white and black alternating. The sky's the limit with the color schemes that you can do for this. And that's what I'm going to ask. If you do make this, come please find us on Whip and Chain. Join our fun little group and show us your projects that we have done tutorials for. I would love to see them. Absolutely love to see them. And let's get started. I'm just going to make a very small sample so you know how to do these, so you get the general idea. And let's get started. My son bought me all these clover hooks for Mother's Day. I know it's not till tomorrow, but I'm stoked. But I did use a 3.5 millimeter hook for this project. Sorry for my ugly finger, but I have to let it grow out a little bit before I can get my nails fixed because I broke it like halfway down on the nail bed. So the first thing we're going to do, you need to make the mesh, the netting, the mesh, to be able to put your stitches onto. I do recommend that you, when I show you how to start this, I do recommend a magic circle, magic ring. That way you can close, if you look in here, that way you can close your center as much as possible. But if you can't, that's really okay. Chain 4, slip stitch to the first chain, and I would like you to put 6 single crochets in there. Just single crochets, and then we'll catch up with you. So for the base like I did mine in white, but you can use any color that you want, but just understand there are going to be little parts. If I bring it in a little closer, you can see little see-through parts of your mesh. So you can tell I used white, and you do want to be aware of that in case you use colors that you're going to be able to see through. Want to make sure you're okay with that. So I am going to use my pink, and for purposes, this one's sugar and cream, but I have all these little balls of cotton yarn sitting around. So, and I don't believe in throwing any yarn away because yarn's not cheap. And I have all these projects I'm going to show you. So we will start. There you go. Bring it out a little bit. Start with your magic ring. And you always chain 1 with the magic ring. So we're going to put 6 single crochet singles in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And bring my magic circle. I do not seal these completely closed until I get a row or two out. It's just for my old eyes for the most part. So I'm going to count back six. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. And I'm going to slip stitch right in there. Just like that. Okay. Now I want you to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then I want you to come down and in that same stitch, put a double crochet in. So that chain of 5 is 3 chains for the double and a chain 2 for the spacing. Okay. Then I want you to chain 2 again. Then come down into the next stitch and put a double crochet. Then you chain 2. Then back into that same one, put another double crochet. Chain 2. Go into the next stitch and put in a double crochet. Chain 2 and go in that same stitch. Do another double crochet. And that's what you're going to do all the way around. But I'm not going to leave you. Chain 2. Next stitch. Double crochet. Chain 2. And you go into that same one. Chain 2. Stitch and chain 2. Four, 5 and chain 2. Double crochet, chain 2, go right back in there. Now when you're at the end, make sure you chain your 2 before you slip stitch to the 3rd chain up. Now this is when I can pull my center closed. There we go. All right. So now I want you to slip stitch over 1 chain. So you're like in the middle of that chain 2. Okay. How many are we on a chain? 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we're going to wrap and we're going to go under, right in that chain 2 spot area, and do a double crochet. We're on chain 2. Then we're going to go the next chain 2, but we're only doing 1 double crochet in that one. Chain 2, right in the next chain, double crochet, chain 2, and do another double crochet right in that same chain. So it's every other one now, going all the way around. Okay, so you chain 2, put 1 double crochet in that one, chain 2, go in the next one, and this one we'll get 2 double crochets in there, chain 2, because we're increasing. Chain 2, 1 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochets, chain 2, 1 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochets go in this one. So that's 1 double crochet, chain 2, and then another one. Is that making sense to you? So as you look, I know it's very close, but I want to show you. So the starting point here, there's 2, the chain and a double crochet. And then, let me use my pinky. Then the next one has 1 double crochet, chain 2, you have a double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet. It's like a V, but this is increase. So we did a full round here, increasing every one, but this one we're increasing every other one. Okay. I'll zoom you back out. There we go. So now chain 2 and 1 double crochet, chain 2. This one will get 2 double crochets. That's 1, chain 2, and another one, chain 2, and this one gets 1, and then you chain 2, then you slip stitch to the 3rd chain up. Now there's no 2, 3 specific size that you have to make these. You can make them as big or as small as you want. I like doing patterns like this because it allows you to be very creative. And this is my pattern. It took me a little while, but I did figure it out. So now I want you to slip stitch over to like the center point. Does not have to be perfect. Then you just chain 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you double crochet back into that same chain 2 point. Getting all tangled up. Now this is the next row. So here's a double, then you chain 2, and the next 2 areas are just 1 double crochet. Then the next one will be 2 double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. And this is how the increments will go. So then the next row will be, you'll start with your double, then the next 3 are singles, then a double. Next row, you start with a double, the next 4 would be singles, then a double. So you just keep increasing that way till you get the size that you are looking to achieve for your hot pad. Chain 2. And double, 2 chains, and another right in there. Chain 2. One, chain 2, and 1. And then you chain 2, and 2. Chain 2. So that's what's really neat about this particular pattern. And you can have so much fun with your color schemes. I want you to enjoy crocheting. Crocheting should never be a chore for you. If you're struggling on understanding how to do stitches, you are more than welcome to come find us on Facebook under WIP for Work in Progress and Chain. And you can ask for, I can go live. You can ask for a better detailed instructional video. I'll do as much as I can to help you succeed at this. This is fun. You can be very creative once you understand a lot of the basics. But see, I'm fortunate. I have Maggie that pushes me. I don't think she realizes she's doing it half the time, but I'm glad she does. Because if she never did that, I don't know if I'd be doing everything I've been doing. So I appreciate that. Okay. Then I just slip stitch to the 3rd chain. And then I'm going to stop here because I'm doing just a small sample. But make yours as big as you want. All right. Here is your mesh. Okay. Now, this is when you should pick a different color, or you can pick the same color. What I chose on my other one is I kept solid colors until I got to the very end. Then I decided to use something that kind of brought all this together. And I think it kind of did, even though I don't have any blue in it. All right, what yarn do I got here? I just got Crafter's Secret Hobby Lobby yarn. If anybody knows me, they know I'm a Hobby Lobby addict. And I hope, hint, hint, Maggie makes those shirts, because I would buy them in a heartbeat. All right, if you haven't already, please make sure you close your center. Okay. So now, getting started on this, I would have to say, is the hardest part. Once you get started, you're golden. So take your hook and see where your single crochets are. There's 6 of them. I want you to take your hook. Let me bring you in a little bit. And under one of these V's, see all these V's? Under one, the center of the V right here, go down, put your hook right in there. And just see where I was talking about? You can do it anywhere you want. Pick a V and go down. That little junction right there where both the double crochets are. And then you bring your hook back up through that center of that V. Okay. You do not start your yarn with the slip knot. You just hang it over your finger like this. I'm moving my camera all around here. So then I slip the yarn on and I pull it through. Now leave your end tail down. Wrap your hook. And this is the hardest part, like I said. I'm trying to do it flat so you guys can see. I want you to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then wrap your hook. Go back through that same exact spot again and do another double crochet. After you got your double crochet done, I do recommend that you get your end and throw it to the back. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to try to say this as clear as I can, but I'm going to show you how to do it. In the tops of the V's and the bottom of the V's, it's always going to be 2 double crochets. When you're working the posts, all these posts, these vertical posts, it'll always be 3 double crochets in them. So up the top, like the bottom and the top here, always be 2. When you're working the post, it'll always be 3. Okay, so you did 2 double crochets in the bottom. So you're going to come up to the post that's up to your left, and you're going to hold your project sideways, and you're going to just go around that post, and in there you're going to put in 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, see how it stands already? There. Now we're at the top. Now some of these will have 1 double crochet in them. Some of these will have your 2 double crochets, your V part, where where you do the increase. So when you're working in the top part where there's only 1 double crochet post, the 2 double crochets that you put in, you'll put 1 on the right side, and then you'll put 1 on the left side. So that's 2 of them on the top. Okay, don't ever put 2 in the one side and none in this side. So you do 1 and 1. Okay, so you wrap your hook, make sure you get your post, go up underneath and come down and do your double crochet. Then there's your post. Get on to the left side of the post, go right around, and then you do your second double crochet. Now you're going to come down the post. Now what do you do in these posts? You put in 3 double crochets. So you wrap it. 1, 2, and 3. All right, so now you came down. Now you're going to go into your next one. Your V's right here. Okay. I don't know why I keep hitting my camera. Your V's right here, even though you did this post. Your V's here, so you go down right into that spot. Okay. So you wrap your hook. go right in that spot and then bring it up. In that spot, you're going to put in 2 double crochets. Okay. Now you're going to go back up the post again. So it's always the post that's off to your left. So it'll be right here. You're constantly moving to your left. So since it's a vertical post, we put in 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So now we have 1. It's another 1 double crochet. It's not a V or anything, see? Just 1. So you put 1 double crochet on the right side of it, 1 double crochet on the left side of it. That's my 1. And that's my 2. And then since I'll be going down, I put in my 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Let me fix that one. I had to pull some more yarn out for me. Okay, so now again, we're at the bottom post. So there's my next spot. So I'll put in 2 double crochets. Then I'll go up here 3. That's my 2. Then going up, there's my 3. 1, 2, and 3. So here's another one. That's fine. So I put 1 on the right side, 1 on the left side. One, and 2. Then I go back down, which is 3. It's 1, 2, and 3. So now I go back into that next space. See it right here? Let's see if I can get into it better. There we go. So that'll be 2. Then again, I'm going back up. and that'll be 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. At the top, so 1 on the right, 1 on the left. 1 and 1 on this side. And then it's going down. 1, 2, and 3. And if you haven't caught on to the pattern, it's just up and down. That's all this is. Go right in there. This will be 2, 1, and 2. Then my post going up will be 3. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, there we go. And 3. I'm doing the whole first one for you together with you, so I don't want to think that you're left not understanding. So then there's your post. So you'll put 1 on the right side, and then you'll put 1 on the left side. Coming down, 3, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I'm on my last little loop, so I go down in the bottom. Two. It's 1 and 2. Then the post going up. 1, 2, and 3. Then the top one, 1 on the right, and 1 on the left. There we go. And 1 on the left. Then you use your last post. Then you go down your last 3. One, 2, and 3. And then you're at your beginning point. So then I want you to slip stitch to the 3rd chain up. Don't do an extra stitch, please. After you slip stitch, just pull it through. You need to get a darning needle, particularly a smaller one for this. in the stitch next to your chain 3, take your needle and go straight down that stitch as much in the center as you can possibly do. Pull it down through. Just don't pull it too tight where you make it pucker, but make sure it's tight enough. And then what I do, I immediately go in and do my back and forth at least 3 times to lock that in. Then I cut the one that I know I already weaved in. You can worry about the rest whenever you are ready to. So then, look at that. You did your first row. So then what you would do, you would start your next row in one of your V's. You know, your increase ones. So you would start right here. You would come up to the center. Start your yarn. So in the V, right in here, you would do 2 double crochets. Then you would go up 3. Then you put 1 on the right, 1 on the left, and go down. But when you go down, see, this is the bottom. So it's almost like the top. You put 1 on the right, 1 on the left. Then you go up. And here's a V. So when you're in the V, remember you put 2 double crochets right in here. Then you move down. Then again, you put 1 right where your yellow stitches are. 1 on the right and 1 on the left. And that is exactly how you do this. So each row, you'll just keep going and going and going until you got your rows. Now, for the edging, this edging that I did, my little scallop edging, all I did is put 7 double crochets in each one after I did my very last row. So when you do your last row, you're going to have your chain 2 in every other spot. So this will be used, this won't. This will be used, but this won't. So in the unused ones, you put 7 double crochets, and you don't chain in between them. So you do 7 double crochets, 7 double crochets, 7 double crochets, 7, 7, and 7, and keep going. But that is how you do this project. That's it. It's fun. It does take time, but it is a good scrap yarn project. Or you can do, like I said, elegant. You can rotate 2 colors that are your color theme for maybe the holidays, whatever you like. And if you want, you can make really small ones, maybe like these 2 rows here, and they could be glass coasters if you like, mug coasters, glass coasters, because they're very firm. They're not like wiggly and it would make it uneven. They're very firm. They're very compact. But I can't wait to see yours. So please show us yours. And if this video was helpful and you enjoyed it, can you please hit that like button at the bottom and hit that subscribe button? It would be so helpful to us. We truly appreciate everybody's love and support we've been getting. So let me say it again. Thank you. From the bottom of our heart, thank you. And again, come find us on Facebook under WIP for Work in Progress and Chain. Until next time, everybody, have a wonderful evening and happy Mother's Day to everybody. Bye-bye.